Yeah, just an awesome team win. Great environment in there. Great stadium, great opponent. Two teams really went at it, kind of traded blows the entire game. Was proud of our guys because we had some missed opportunities as a football team that we felt like for a while there we were outplaying them a little bit more than what the scoreboard looked like. We had a couple of chances offensively. Thought we had a pretty good chance to pick the touchdown ball down there in our end zone defensively. But our guys were resilient. They kept battling. Was proud with a lot of new players on both sides. Obviously, the massive changes defensively. I was just really proud of how hard and how well we played, how much we trusted it, and then when there was adversity, we didn't panic as a football team. We kept grinding, and we were a tough, gritty, physical team that got it done in the end. So it was a fun game. Hats off to LSU. Looks like they're going to be a really good football team this year. No surprise. But proud of our guys for getting the win, and looking forward here to we're looking forward to getting back to LA. It'd be fun to get back to LA, fun to get in the Coliseum for our first home game. I'm sure our fans are pretty juiced up right now, pretty excited as they should be, and looking forward to home game number one.
If you guys have a question, please raise your hand, and we have mics on each side.
Lincoln, just after an off season where you've kind of continued to preach the value of patience, with this rebuild that you guys have undergone here at USC and these massive defensive changes. How much does this win just, it's one game, but kind of validate the work that this program has done in the off season?
Yeah, like I tell you guys, I don't coach for the media. I don't coach for headlines. We just try to do what's best in our program, and we try to stay just incredibly committed to it, regardless of what anybody says on the outside. Whether they agree with us or don't agree with us is honestly irrelevant to us. We know what we've been building. We're very confident in the approach that we're taking with the people that we're putting in our program, players, staff, everyone. And I just know I'm not the most experienced guy, but I have been through a couple of these. I have a decent idea of what pretty good looks like. And I know we're making progress. It was fun to get the win today. Obviously, opportunities like this don't come every single day. We're a high-profile opponent. Obviously, all the exciting lead up to the game. So I'm glad that we took advantage of it. But regardless of what happened today, it's still not going to change what we're building, a thing we're doing. We're just so committed to it, and nothing's going to change it. And we're just going to keep getting better. And I'm proud of us for taking this step and getting this opportunity done today.
Coach Darren Haynes, K-Cal. First impression in the season starting, a conference you're going to go into in the Big Ten. What kind of message do you want to put out there about this team after this win over LSU?
Well, some pretty good Big Ten football today. I mean, I don't know. We're just not into it for messages, man. My message is I really like my team. I like our team. I like our defense. I like our coaches. I like our offense. I like our special teams. I like the vibe of this team. It's a long, long, long ways to go, but I'm sure glad I'm coaching these guys.
Hey, Coach, right here to your left. AP Stedham, AP and Kelly, as we see it. Coach, what made you most proud about your defense today?
Just that we battled all game long. We didn't give up too many explosives. We had the one coverage bust there at the end, but then we had to get some big stops there. I mean, the ones that I really point to, we had the initial goal line stop. and then after the 4th and 8 that we didn't convert offensively, like that was a key moment right there, right? They had a chance to go up 2 scores. We get the stop there, and then even after the explosive on the last drive, we find a way, and we stop and we hold them to a field goal. So just, you can bring in, really good coaches, which we did. You can run whatever scheme that you want to run, but at the end of the day, like these guys have got to trust and believe in it. And we've brought in some outstanding players like Kamari that have just, really, I think, helped us kind of grab hold of this defense early on. And then we've got a lot of guys that were in the locker room before that are incredibly hungry to go play USC defense. And there's a vibe and a confidence about that group right now, and we're just only going to get better. So I'm really proud of the effort tonight, and I'm not surprised, but it was cool to see in that moment, in that arena, us believe in it as much as we did.
And like on Woody's touchdown, what was the intent there? Were you thinking field goal, or did you see something? And then what allowed the offense to kind of open things up the last couple scoring drives?
I knew he was going to score. Yeah, it's weird. I kind of had before the play. I mean, we were certainly trying to, get some more yards and position ourselves for a field goal if he didn't pop it. I mean, having the timeout, we knew we could be a little bit aggressive there. It's funny. I had a flashback. The last OU Texas game that I coached was a very similar situation. We were a little bit further out, and we handed the ball off, and it popped. And I remember I had just a little flashback, and I told somebody on the headsets, I was like, it wouldn't surprise me if he just creases this. And of course it happened. So that was awesome. It was blocked up well. Great run by Woody. He was a warrior for us tonight, and awesome to be able to finish it out that way.
Miller, just wondering, you look fairly emotional after the game. What was going through your mind from the last play on and then running down the field, and just what was happening for you there?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just excitement for our team. I think we worked really hard throughout the offseason to build an identity of a tough team, of a team that really cares about each other. And Coach Riley obviously talked about it, but being down 4 and them having the ball in the fourth quarter, or either early fourth or late third, it's not a great position to be in, and we didn't help out our defense enough, certainly early on in the second half. So I think our identity really shone through throughout the latter part of that game. And like I said, just really a ton of excitement there.
Kamari, just what have you seen? What did you see? It's kind of in practice and stuff in the last couple of months, maybe that led you to believe that a defensive performance like this was possible.
Just the understanding of the defense, coming in from early spring all the way to the last practice in fall camp. We made a huge strides as far as learning the defense, learning what we're supposed to do, and trusting each other within the defense. And then the communication has gotten a lot better. Obviously, we have to continue to grow. We had some communication issues today, but we got to continue to work on that. But we just starting to trust each other even more, and that's the biggest thing.
Miller, that one drive ended with a swatted pass. I wonder what, coming into that next drive, what your mindset is, and can you take us through that touchdown pass to Jacoby?
Yeah, shoot. I mean, we had, I think within that set of downs, we had 2 batted passes, both of which would have gone for big plays. So I think just, the ability to keep trusting it, continuing to be us offensively is really important. I think just going back to what I said earlier, just having a team that continues to do their job and execute regardless of the situation, I think was important. I think that showed up.
Lincoln, how many text messages did you get from recruits so far? And can a week 1 victory like this impact recruiting greatly?
It can. I haven't turned it on yet, but it'll buzz for a while when I do. So yeah, I think it can. I mean, because you got recruits that are looking towards the future, and they see the changes that we've made, not just this year, but in the last couple of years, and to see those changes come together and see the team play, not just win the game, but play the way we did. You know what I mean? Like you could just. You could. I'm sure anybody watching that game could see a team that was pretty together and a team that was really fighting and was playing some pretty darn good football in a lot of spurts. So, yeah, I think it's an exciting game when you get a stage like that, which is rare in college football. You got one day. There's no NFL games. There's not much else going on, right? Like this was kind of our day here on one of the biggest stages. So, yeah, to show up like that, I know there was a lot of people watching.
Hey, Coach, over here. I know you don't pay attention to the outside noise, but LSU was pretty confident they'd be able to run the ball tonight, and you guys did an excellent job stopping the run. Can you speak to how proud of your defensive line and your linebackers you are, and just what your thoughts on your run defense were?
Yeah, we did a good job. I thought we, it's a really good offensive line. I mean, no question. Several guys on that O-line that are going to, play ball for a little while, and so, they had every right to be confident, but so did we, and we just chose not to say it in the media, and so. We were very confident in our ability to do it. It was a physical battle. There was a lot of big shots down on that field from both sides, but I thought we did a great job. I thought condensing their run game, squeezing them to where there wasn't just a bunch of huge open gaps. They got out a couple of times on us, but we made it tough on them. And so I thought we played physical at the point of the attack. Guys were pretty gap sound. We were able to squeeze down some of those running lanes and make open field tackles. And that's, against a good running team like that, that's what it's all about.
Hey, Lincoln, I know it was a tough personal moment for Miller the last time you guys were in this stadium. What was it like kind of seeing the poise and the confidence he was operating with when you guys were up against it in the fourth quarter and the growth he's made since then?
Yeah, I got a lot of belief in him. Both these guys, I have a lot of belief in our players. I have a lot of belief in Miller and his understanding of not just our system, but the way we want to play. I feel like we're very much in sync in a lot of ways, and he's a tough competitor, man. I mean, that's what he's proven. He's a tough competitor that loves his team, and is a great leader for this team. And we got a lot of guys like him in our locker room right now, and that's when you do that, then you tend to have moments like this.
We have time for one more.
Hey, Coach, going back to the end of the first half, I was wondering if you can walk us through that last series on offense.
Ooh, boy, you're testing me now. I can go get my iPad. Yeah, we had a nice 2-minute drive. Moved it down there. We were a little bit in between there at the end because we were a little bit in between if we were going to take a shot or not. But we felt, Woody was running well at that point. We'd popped a couple of runs, and so, we thought the run gave us a chance to crease it, and if not, would help us from a field goal standpoint. And we just didn't hit a good ball in the field goal. But Mike came back and made some really big kicks for us, and obviously the last kickoff was huge. I mean, huge. And so, it was a good drive. Probably some things we could go back and do better. As one of those opportunities that we missed that I talked about in the opening statement. But, found a way and got it done.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.